Well, welcome to historic downtown Lincoln. I'm Bill Hoagland, Executive Director of Main Street Lincoln. This evening kicks off a very busy month for the young adults inside the Logan County Courthouse. The 25th year for Lincoln Community High School Grand March. And those folks located behind you, MKS Jewelry, has been an integral part of that celebration each year for these young people. There's change coming. Within the next 2 weeks, the seniors that you see tonight will graduate, take the summer off, head off to another part of their journey in their life, either to college, university, trade school, or join the workforce. And the juniors you see tonight will assume the leadership role of Lincoln Community High School for the 2014-2015 season. We have a lot to be thankful for tonight, and we have a lot going on in this community, especially in the downtown historic district. And we appreciate you all being here. We hope that you get the shots, the pictures that you desire tonight of those that you came to see. And with that, I want to move things on and introduce a man who has a vision for this town and has a plan for this town. And I've enjoyed working with him the last couple years. And that is the mayor of Lincoln, Illinois, Mr. Keith Snyder.
Good evening, everybody. I'll start over. Good evening, everybody. Thanks for coming out. It's a beautiful night to be in beautiful downtown Lincoln, and we're appreciative that you're all here, obviously, to see the folks that are inside. So we want to say thank you to Main Street Lincoln and WLCN for all their work in pulling this together. We're going to see some exciting changes in downtown over the next year or so, so it might look a little different next year, so that'll be great. We're looking forward to that, and I know you're looking forward to the Grand March. I believe this is the 25th year, and we have a great Grand Marshal MC, and that's Mr. Steve Sauer. So we're going to bring him forward now and let him get started. Mr. Sauer.
Thank you, Mayor. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Welcome to the 25th annual LCHS Royal Grand March Prom event. I'm your host, as Keith mentioned, Steve Sauer, and it is my pleasure to once again announce all of tonight's beautiful young women and handsome young men that will be coming down these steps. Main Street Lincoln, though, first of all, would like to take a few minutes to thank a variety of folks. First of all, we want to thank Ace Hardware in Lincoln for providing all of the beautiful flowers and shrubs for tonight's 25th annual red carpet runway and the Royal Grand March event, and the Holly Payne Moore DJ Experience for providing tonight's musical entertainment. Main Street Lincoln would like to also thank Flowers and Things, Floral and Gifts, located across from RP Lumber in Lincoln, for providing my Armani Classics Collection tuxedo and boutonniere, as well as Carson Comics and boutonnieres for Mayor Keith Snyder and Main Street Lincoln Director Mr. Bill Hoagland. Main Street would also like to take a moment to take the opportunity to thank Melody Shue, her family and staff at MKS Jewelry in downtown Lincoln for providing the LCHS Prom Queen's Tiara for 25 years and their hard work and dedication for the first 23 years of organizing the LCHS Annual Royal Grand March. Once again, thank you to them, Melody Shue, family and staff at MKS Jewelry. On behalf of Main Street Lincoln, we'd like to take a moment also to thank the following fine sponsors for making this red carpet runway possible. We'd like to thank Lincoln College, Mary Todd's Gold Crown Hallmark, WLCN 96.3 FM, the City of Lincoln, Logan County Board, Holly Payne Moore DJ Service, Ace Hardware, Community Action Partnership, Lincoln Public Library, Abraham Lincoln Memorial Hospital, Mama's Arcade, Joe Ryan Country Financial, Nobi Realty, Nato Technology and Consulting, Lincoln Theater 4, Rick Ham's State Farm, 49er Antiques, Corey Leonard Shelter Insurance, Bach Realty and Abe Appraisals, Lincoln Dairy Queen, Log Cabin Quilt Shop, Lincoln Heating and Cooling, Timbercrest and Rail Splitter Veterinary, MKS Jewelers, Flowers and Things, Bright Idea Screen Printing, Blades Hair and Nail Salon, LLC, Stuffteria Pizza, Jim Examus Ford Lincoln, Thomas Rhett at the Logan County Fair, Beck's Travel Plaza, Lincoln Park District, Sun Loan Company and Tax Service, the Janae Cheeger Photography for providing film coverage of both the Red Carpet Runway and Royal Grand March, which may be viewed on WLCNonline.com and Comcast Channel 5. Once again, thank you to all of these fine sponsors. So that's out of the way, and at this time it's time to sit back and enjoy the 2014 Silver Anniversary 25th Annual Main Street Lincoln Hollywood LCHS Royal Grand March. Please help me welcome, if you will, our Royal Grand March Princes, Piper Whiteman, 7-year-old daughter of Angela and Kirk Whiteman, Liv Sangerman, 8-year-old daughter of Lisa and Jared Rusk.
You stood there in front of me, just close enough to touch, close enough to hope you could.
Okay, girls, go ahead.
What I was thinking.
And Princess Jada Bree, 6-year-old daughter of Gretchen and TJ Bree, and her prince Carson Comnick, 6-year-old son of Vanessa and Josh Comnick, escorted by Lisa the Fix 96 prize girl, fresh from her duties on the red carpet runway. Let's give all of our junior prime court a big round of applause.
Give me with those green eyes, baby, as the lights go down. Give me something that'll hurt me when you're not around, 'cause I see sparks fly.
Miss Calandra Harbor and her escort, Joel Cassidy.
Smile, my mind forgets to remind me you're a bad idea. You touch me once and it's really something to find. I'm even better than you.
Miss Riley Long and her escort, Nathan Tafoya.
To the world, but with you, I know it's no good. And I could wait patiently, but I really wish you would drop everything now. Meet me in the portal.
Miss Madison Long and her escort, Aiden Hop.
Take away the pain, 'cause I see sparks fly whenever you smile. Give me with those green eyes, baby, as the lights go down. Give me something that'll haunt me.
Miss Madeline Adams Wynn and her escort, Wesley Osborne.
Sparks fly whenever I run my fingers through your hair and watch the lights go wild. Just keep
Miss Delaney Schlater and her escort, Elijah Cox.
long enough to make it feel right. Lead me up the staircase, won't you whisper soft and slow? I'm captivated by you, baby, like a fire
Madison Mollahan and Miss Danielle Moffett.
When you're not around, 'cause I see sparks fly whenever you smile.
Miss Samantha Shreve and Miss Victoria Hoban.
I touch the clouds, oh, 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 oh. I stretch my hands out to the sky. We dance with monsters through the night. Oh, 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 oh. I'm never gonna
Miss Shelby Fry and her escort Austin Newton.
go. Please don't wake me now. Oh, this is gonna be the best day of my life. My life. This is gonna be the best day of my life.
Miss Kristen Drummond and her escort Tyler Super.
I howled at the moon with friends, and then the sun came crashing in. Oh, 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 oh,
Miss Kelsey Shanley and her escort Eddie Grisham.
Maybe it's just epiphanies. Oh, 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 oh. I'm never gonna look back. Whoa, never gonna give it up. No, just don't wake me now.
Miss Caitlin Frizzell and her escort Samuel Pegram.
This is gonna be the best day of my life. This is gonna be the best day of my life.
Miss Christina Marshall and her escort Derek Renfro.
I hear it calling outside my window.
Miss Katie Ramlow and her escort Jacob White.
Says morning so bright. The sun was out till midnight. I say we lose control. Oh, this is gonna be the best day of my life.
Miss Brianna Parada and her escort Troy Rollins.
This is gonna be the best day of my life.
Miss Marianne Tice and her escort Elijah Chapman. Miss Emily Mox and her escort Logan Kisier.
I could be chasing, but my time would be wasting. They've got nothing on you, baby. Nothing on you, baby.
Miss Haley Barton and her escort Tristan Cooper.
I might say, hey, but you shouldn't worry about what they say, 'cause they got nothing on you, baby. Nothing on you.
Miss Alexandra Turner and her escort Tim Keeler.
It's just to say how much you mean to me. What you would do if I told you you were beautiful? That you did me on the regular. Tell me where you drink. Oh, baby, I've been around the world.
Miss Ryan Rolfs and her escort Ian Neitzel.
This feeling represents my heart. But there's just one thing that I need from you. Say I do. 'Cause they're beautiful girls.
Miss Kylene Calvert and her escort Lane Berglund.
Time would be wasting. They got nothing on you, baby. Nothing on you, baby. They might say hi, I might say hey.
Miss Jade Mila and her escort, Connor Neitzel.
Say, 'cause they got nothing on you, baby. Nothing on you. Now if I wrote you a letter,
Miss Grace Konchak and her escort, Christian Bennett.
would it make you wanna change yourself? And wanna be the one I'm not saying, tell me what's the point in waiting anymore? 'Cause girl, I've never been
Miss Natalia Alashenko and her escort, Zach Culliver.
this my heart and everything that you've been waiting for. 'Cause there are beautiful girls all over the world. I could be saying
Miss Grace Walters and her escort, Brent Metelko.
nothing on you, baby. They might say hi, I might say hey, but you shouldn't worry about
Miss Alyssa Cox and her escort, Robert Richmond.
nothing on you. Here we go, come with me. There's a world out
Miss Riley Gallagher and her escort, Dalton Presswood.
there. Will you run me walk outside?
Miss Tiffany Strickler and her escort, Joseph Lesson. Miss Caitlin Lambert and her escort, Nathan Bartlemay. Miss Kinsey Bryant and her escort, Kenneth Bacon. Miss Jenna Graham and her escort, Andrew Lambert.
Yeah, I can turn this thing around at the next red light. And I don't mind telling all the girls I can't beat 'em.
Miss Anna Jolisa Gessner and her escort, Nathan Baker.
Boy, I don't care, I just gotta see what you're wearing. Your hair is messed up and falling down. Oh, I just don't
Miss Sarah Adams and her escort, Matthew Gleason.
call me. You don't have to worry about it, baby. You can wake me up in the dead of the night. Wreck my plans, baby, that's alright. This is a drop, everything kind of thing. Swing on by and I'll pour you a drink. The doors unlocked.
Miss Alicia Snyder and her escort, Quentin Beitel.
In a spot downtown that's rocking the way that you rock me. In a bar that can make me buzz the way that you do.
Candidates for prom royalty this evening include Miss May Hudspeth and her escort, also a candidate for royalty this evening, Mr. Braden Brooks.
I'll meet you in a minute or two. So if you wanna call me, call me, call me. You don't have to worry about it, baby. You can wake me up in the dead of the night. Wreck my plans, baby, that's alright.
Miss Katie Kelly and her escort, Austin Doolin.
Kind of thing. Swing on by and I'll pour you a drink. The doors are locked, I'll leave all the lights. Baby, you can crash
Miss Serena Cunningham and her escort, Brendan Glenn.
If it's 2 in the morning and you're feeling lonely and wondering what I'm doing, go ahead and call me, call me, call me.
Miss Ayla Michael and her escort, Chase Bailey.
Wreck my plans, baby, that's alright. This is a drive, everything kind of thing. Swing on by and I'll pour you a drink. The doors are locked, I'll leave all the lights, baby, you can crash my
Miss Shakia Dawson and her escort, Eric Sutton.
You can crash my party anytime.
Miss Sylvia Parrish and her escort, Teddy Lanolette.
Thinking about all our younger years, there was only you and me. We were young and wild.
Miss Madeline Cooper and her escort, John Eigenbrod.
Take you away from me. We've been down that road before. That's over now.
Miss Brianna Dye and her escort, Marcus Downen.
And baby, you're all that I want. When you're lying here in my arms, I'm finding it hard to believe we're in heaven.
Miss Gabrielle Johnson and her escort, Corey Sanders.
There in your heart, it isn't too hard to see we're in heaven.
Miss Shelby Bohannon and her escort, Troy Stouffer.
Wouldn't it like to find someone who will turn your world around, bring you up when you're feeling down? Now,
Miss Tina Wright and her escort, Alec Hilton.
all these lies that I could take, just hold me now, 'cause I love a light away.
And baby, you're all that I wanted.
Miss Brittany Smith and her escort, Ryan Crawley.
Finding it hard to believe we're in heaven. And love is all that I need. And I found it there in your heart. It isn't too hard.
I've been waiting for so long, for something to arrive, for love to come along.
Miss Alex Spencer and her escort, Ethan Golden.
Our dreams have come true. Through the good times and the bad. Yeah, I'll be standing there by you.
Miss Kendall Coffey and her escort, Logan Thompson.
And baby, you're all that I want. When you're lying here in my arms,
Miss Jackie Ferreira and Miss Emily Ireland.
we're in heaven.
Love is all that I need, and I found it there in your heart. It isn't too hard to see.
Miss Jenna Meister and her escort, Terry Hilton.
You're all that I want. You're all that I need.
Miss Kayla Steichen and Miss Shay Johnson.
We're in heaven. We're in heaven. 'Cause 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 we're in heaven.
escort Nick Everson.
I can't tell where the journey will end, but I know where to start.
They tell me I'm too young to understand. They say I'm coming.
Miss Alina Garrett and her escort Jordan Follis.
Life passed me by if I don't open up my eyes. That's fine by me.
So wake me up when it's all over, when I'm wiser and
Miss Mary Sadich and her escort Anthony Cummings.
Finding myself down. Didn't know I was lost.
so wake me up when it's over, when I'm wiser and
Miss Daphne Seimer and her escort Wes White.
finding myself, and
Didn't know I was lost.
Miss Michelle Eads and her escort Chase Lumley.
I tried carrying the weight of the world, but I only have 2 hands. I hope I get the chance to travel the world.
Miss Devin Watt and her escort Keegan Buck.
Wish that I could stay forever this young. Not afraid to close my eyes. Life's a game, it's made for everyone.
Miss Jade Dean and her escort Kane Buck.
So wake me up when it's all over, when I'm wiser and I'm older.
All this time I was finding myself and I didn't know I was lost.
So wake me up when it's all over.
Miss Lindsay Strange and her escort Dalton Guy.
All this time I was finding myself and I didn't know I was lost.
I didn't know I was lost. I didn't know I was lost.
Royalty candidate for this year's prom, Miss Sheila Ford and her escort Tommy Taft.
Feel way through the darkness. Got a Bible beating heart. I can't tell where the journey will end.
Miss Shelby Osborne and her escort Austin Brooks.
Red cups and sweaty bodies everywhere. Hands in the air like we don't care. Cause we came to have so much fun now. That somebody here might be the one now.
If you're not ready to go home,
Mr. Jamie Horn and Mr. Drake Cantrell.
we're gonna go all night till we see the sunlight. Alright.
So we like to party, dancing you and me, doing whatever we want. And this is ours, and this is ours, and we can't stop, and we won't stop. Can't you see it's we who own the night?
Can't you see it's we who about that life?
And we can't stop, and we won't stop. We run these things, don't run away.
Don't take nothing from me.
Miss Brianna Batley and her escort Daniel Hemingway.
Think my homegirls just trying to live it up, shaking it like they can't get enough. Remember, only God can judge us.
Miss Alora Goody and her escort Jake Day.
Memories made till the night's through, surrounded by the ones who love you. We also turn up
Miss Lexi Clockingay and her escort, Jordan Yarko.
And we can't stop, and we won't stop. Can't you see it's we who own the night?
Can't you see it's we who about that life?
And we can't stop.
Miss Ashley Butler and her escort, Colin Antone.
We run things don't run we. Don't take nothing from nobody. Yeah, yeah. It's our party, we can do what we want to. It's our house, we can love what we want to.
It's our song, we can sing if we want to. It's my mouth, I can say what I want.
Miss Haley Turner and her escort, Connor Albertson.
And we can't stop, and we won't stop.
Can't you see it's we who?
Miss Kaylee Louderback and her escort, Chris Mullins.
Can't stop, and we won't stop. We run things don't run we. Don't take nothing from nobody. Yeah, it's our party, we can do what we want to.
Miss Lexi Groves and her escort, Christopher Dong.
It's our song, we can sing if we want to. It's my mouth, I can say what I want to.
Miss Caitlin Williams and her escort, Griffin Pollock.
Baby, you're a song, you make me wanna roll my windows down.
Miss Lexi Tibbs and her escort, Ethan Kubat.
All the blue eyes on her, she's popping right out of the South Georgia water. Thought, oh good Lord, she got the long tail legs. Couldn't help myself, so I walked up and said, baby, you a song, you make me wanna roll my windows down and cruise down a back road, blowing stop signs to the middle of every little farm town.
Miss Courtney McAllister and her escort, Brandon Crawford. Miss Nicole Miller and her escort, Dalton Williams. Miss Gabrielle Bromfield and Miss Kaylee Ridgway. Miss Morgan Marthers and her escort, Brady Curry.
That summer sun fell to its knees. I looked at her and she looked at me. And I turned on those Casey lights. Drove all night cause it felt so right. Her
Miss Jessica Plummer and her escort, Grant Cooper.
strummed a couple chords and sang from the heart. Girl, you sure got to be in my chest pumping. Hell, I can't get you out of my head. Baby, you song, you make me wanna roll my windows down.
Miss Michelle Paulus and prom royalty candidate, Mr. Edward Bowlby.
Baby, you song, you make me wanna roll my windows down. Cruise down a back road, blowing stop signs to the middle of every little farm town. With you and this brand new Chevy with a little
Miss Tammy Wynn and her escort, William Cook.
baby, you a song, you make me wanna roll my windows down. Windows down.
Both members of the couple here are royalty candidates this evening. Miss Mallory Bacon is running for prom queen. Running for prom king, Mr. Austin Cruz.
I think you're pretty without any makeup on. I think you're funny when you tell the punchline.
Miss Macy Browning and her escort, Max Cook.
Before you met me, I was alright, but things were kinda heavy. You brought me to life now every February. You
Miss Erin Rankin and her escort, Tyler Horsham.
let's just talk all through the night. There's no need to rush. We can dance until we die. You and I will be young forever.
Miss Stevie Tate and escort, Tristan Zurkhammer.
Teenage dream, the way you turn me on, I can't sleep. Let's run away and don't ever look back. Don't ever look back. My heart stops.
Miss Crystal McLaughlin and her escort, Zachary Bullock.
Baby, I believe this is real. So take a chance and don't ever look back. Don't ever look back. When you're around me, life's like a movie scene. I wasn't happy.
Miss Kylie White and her escort, Skylar Kidder.
My missing puzzle piece. I'm complete. Let's just talk all through the night. There's no need to rush.
Miss Emma O'Donoghue and her escort, Jordan Perry.
We die, you and I will be young forever. You make me feel like I'm living a teenage
Miss Allison Lutz and her escort, Ian Herzog.
sleep. Let's run away and don't ever look back. Don't ever look back. My heart stops when you look at me. Just one touch. Now, baby, I believe this is real. So
Miss Leah Anderson and her escort, Gavin Block.
I'll get your heart racing if that's what you need in this teenage dream tonight. Let you rest your head on me if that's what you need in this teenage dream tonight.
Miss Brooke Sebbing and her escort, Adam Conradi.
You make me feel like I'm living a teenage dream. The way you turn me on, I can't
Miss Delaney Grant and her escort, Gage Vinson.
back. Don't ever look back. And my heart stops when you look at me. Just one touch. Now, baby, I believe this is real.
Miss Bailey Parker and her escort, Kelby Helton.
I'll get your heart racing if that's what you need in this teenage dream tonight. Let you rest your head on me if that's what you need in this teenage.
Miss Emily Allen and her escort, Trenton Crawford. Miss Bailey Goodman and her escort, Ethan Kunkel.
I've been roaming around, always looking down at all I see.
Miss Morgan Witzke and her escort, Ryder Mills.
You know that I could use somebody. You know that I could use somebody.
Miss Hannah DeAndrea and her escort, Garrett Isles.
Someone like you.
Irwin and her escort, Garrett Moppets.
You know that I could use somebody.
Miss Tara Bradley and her escort, Hank Freed.
Off in the night while you live it up, I'm off to sleep.
Miss Natalie Altmans and her escort, Kyle Fitzpatrick.
The beat. I hope it's gonna make you notice. I hope it's gonna make you notice.
Miss Allison Pagel and her escort, Levi Curry.
Someone like me. Someone like me.
Miss Katie Harris and her escort, Brock Tober. Miss Taylor Walters and her escort, Brock Burge. Miss Betsy Olson and her escort, Peyton Ebelair. Miss Mackenzie Cooper and her escort, Ty Tucker. Miss Abby Klein and her escort, Brian Burke.
I see.
Miss Courtney Boward and her escort, Ryan Hedrick. Miss Brighton Robbins and her escort, Cole Baker. Miss Taylor Sparrow and her escort, Zachary Boss. Caitlin Haspry and her escort, Sergio Morales. Miss Emery Walters and her escort, Shamir Wahab. Miss Naomi Bailey and her escort, Andrew Coop. Miss Ashlyn Carroll and her escort, Michael Modoff.
And being apart ain't easy.
Kristen Engelhardt and her escort, Bobby Donowski.
I get the joy of rediscovering you. Oh, come and stand by me. I'm forever.
Miss Megan Jackson and her escort, Aaron Butler. Miss Eddie Ewald and her escort, Dustin Woolard. Miss Ashlyn Marthers and her escort, Tim Parker. Miss Keely Lineback and her escort, Timothy Riddle. Miss Sydney Marshall and her escort, Kenny Winland. Miss Kylan Park Stacy, Mr. Kerry Walton, and Mr. Isaac Allsbrook.
With you so close to me, it's hard to fight these feelings when it feels so hard to breathe. Caught up in this moment, caught up in your smile.
Miss Betty Peters and her escort, Philip Peters.
Hard to hold back when I'm holding you in my arms.
We don't need to rush this, let's just take it slow. Just a kiss on your lips in the moonlight, just a touch of the phone.
Miss Ashley Geschel and her escort, Cameron Gregg.
Just a shot in the dark to just might be the one I've been waiting for my whole life. So baby, I'm alright. Just a kiss goodnight.
Miss Katie Boyce and her escort, Stephen Schlish.
If we give this a little time, it'll only bring us closer to the love we wanna find. It's never felt so
Miss Hannah Burton and her escort, Jacob Yetter.
just a kiss on your lips in the moonlight, just a touch of the phone, but it's so right. No, I don't wanna miss this feeling, and I don't wanna push too far.
Miss Joella Vermeer and her escort, Tyler Stankovich.
Baby, I'm alright. Just a kiss goodnight. No, I don't wanna say
Miss Elizabeth Triplett and her escort, Connor Brown.
you'll be in my dreams tonight.
Royalty candidates include Miss Olivia Muck, royalty candidate Mr. Elijah Sowers,
Just a touch of the fire, but it's so bright. No, I don't wanna miss this feeling, and I don't wanna push too far. Just a shot in the dark to
Miss Madison Bishop and her escort, Brad Miller. Miss Jacqueline Martinzik and her escort, Austin Hurd. Miss Marissa Kuiper and her escort, Paul Farmer.
Without her trying, she's so beautiful, and I tell her every day. Yeah,
That concludes the 25th Annual Main Street Lincoln LCHS Royal Grand March. We thank you for attending, and please drive home safely. Please support all the fine sponsors for making this event happen, and be sure to visit historic downtown Lincoln for exciting specials and discounts this weekend, and for red carpet runway and Royal Grand March photos and videos. Please contact Denichi Girl Photography, located at 205 South Sangamon Street in Lincoln. Thank you all again for coming out. Please drive home safely. We hope to see you all again next year.